As the temperatures are dropping outside, people try to find different ways to heat their homes. And a big concern from fire officials is a warning about carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yes, in today's Home Improvement brought to you by Aero Service Team, we welcome Bismarck Fire Marshal Owen Fitzsimmons. Thank you so much for being here today, Owen.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
And we want to talk about what people should know about the danger associated with carbon monoxide, something that's very important to talk about all year long, but it seems like especially during these cold winter months. So what do you want people to know about the dangers associated with carbon monoxide?
Well, that's a great question. So carbon monoxide is an invisible, odorless, colorless gas that is the byproduct of incomplete combustion of fuels. So in the home, sources of carbon monoxide can be, we'll say, if you have a chimney that isn't serviced or cleaned properly, if we've got gas-fired appliances, which most of us do. We've got furnaces, we've got water heaters, we've got stoves and ovens. So if these devices aren't serviced properly, kept in good working order, and if their ventilation isn't their exhaust isn't good, then we could potentially end up with carbon monoxide gas backing up into the home. And here's another example of a potential source is warming up a car inside of a garage rather than backing it out. That's a very dangerous source of carbon monoxide in the home if we have an attached garage. So the fire department recommends you back the car out of the garage and let it warm up there.
What happens physically here? So if we have carbon monoxide in our homes and we start ingesting it, inhaling it, what happens? What are the signs, or is there any physical symptoms like that?
Well, like I said, the physical symptoms are going to be something that we could confuse with, for example, the flu, COVID, or something to that effect. Maybe even food poisoning, because they're simple. So here's some examples that we have here. Shortness of breath, nausea, dizziness, lightheadedness, sore throat, etc. So if you're experiencing something like that, you might not be sick, you might be experiencing carbon monoxide poisoning. So the symptoms are more severe with higher levels of exposure.
What's so scary about it is it's the invisible killer.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a fire in the home, you can find that out pretty quickly, but not with carbon monoxide, which is what makes it so scary to me. Talk to us about the importance of having the detectors in your home. How many should you have, and what's the difference between them and smoke alarms?
So carbon monoxide detectors are key for early warning. It's a notification device. So if we have, like we said, if we have fuel burning appliances or the potential where we might have carbon monoxide in the home, we should have detectors, multiple detectors in the home. One on every level of the home, and specifically have them outside the sleeping area of the home. So with detectors, what they do is they're going to alarm, much like a smoke alarm, except it's going to be a 4-tone in a row. And if you hear a chirp coming from your carbon monoxide alarm, that's an indication of one of two things. One is the backup battery may be low. That's indicating you should replace it. And if it still chirps after you replace the battery, it could be the end of service life notification from the device. So the programming of the devices are a bit smarter than they were generations ago.
Are these carbon monoxide detectors, are they required in homes? So if I move into a new apartment or a new home, is there going to be one there stock, or do I need to supply them myself?
Well, you're going to see them in apartments. And oftentimes you'll see what is called a combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. And so that's by code, they're required there. In older homes, it's really going to be on the homeowner, or to make sure they have those devices. So like I said, if somebody doesn't have them in the home, we'd suggest you go out to your local hardware store or big box store and pick some up.
Sounds like a good idea, especially this time of year. Thank you so much, Owen, for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you to the Aero Service Team. This has been Home Improvement. For more information, please contact the Bismarck Fire Department at 701-355-1400 or visit their website, bismarcknd.gov/fire. Coming up next, Marlon.